What's up guys, Kwanzaa here. So I wanted to share with you guys my final junk journal. I guess it's not really final, it's kind of like a work in progress, so I will likely be adding to it periodically. But this little string here, I want to connect it so that it can tie it, but I think it's so bulky right now that it can't tie. So I don't know what to do with that, but in any case, I did this little booklet out of envelopes, and I don't have the envelopes in front of me. But I did this out of just these little brown kind of brown envelopes. And so the first page, which is like the cover, is just like this little let the journey begin. I don't know if you guys can read that there. And then it's just Hey Girl Hey, which is one of my favorite sayings of 2020, I think, is when it first came out, or probably even before that. Actually before that, because I did this before that, I think. But anyway, Hey Girl Hey is like one of my favorites. Salutations. But then I made this little pocket here, and I have this little child button there, which is like, I guess child is hello in French, or not French, Italian, I think. Like ciao bella. Yeah. Anywho, and then I have this little stamp that I got. I don't remember who this stamp was by. It was like one of those really cute stamps. Just stamped it on there and kind of painted or colored it in. Let me put my glasses on because my eyes are super tired right now. But in any case, this was just a brown manila envelope, or brown, not manila, kind of like a brown paper envelope. And then I put this little paper over top just to kind of give it a little bit of a color. So as you can see, this is like a pink gold kind of feel going on right there. And then the next page would be this part here, which is, this is like the envelope material, as you guys can see. One of the things that's frustrating is that I had to use like washi tape, and washi tape is the worst. So like right here, I use a little bit of washi tape so that this flap can be, you know, it can move. So it's like a ticket. It's like number 4, the time is now. You flip it over and it says find joy in the little things. So this is, the idea of this is just to have some like little messages throughout this junk journal that will encourage, inspire, motivate, uplift, all those wonderful things. And this is just like a little, this was a stamp as well. And I stamped it and printed it, and then just kind of colored or painted, or I think I used marker on this, I can't remember, but then just ran it through my laminate machine and just stuck it there as just like a little piece of ephemeral. And then this is one of my favorite pictures. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll just leave it here. This is one of my favorite pictures. I actually found this on Pinterest, and this picture reminds me of myself when I was a little girl. My aunt shares a story about me, you know, with the little afro, and my dad, who was always like kind of holding court. She said I would just kind of walk through the crowd of adults and throw my fists in the air and say it, Pete, you know, for whatever my dad was saying, just kind of cheering him on. So I think this is like one of my favorite pictures. I heard the story, and then when I seen this picture, it was totally, just really kind of totally caught that vibe for me. And I just love this picture. So one of my faves. So I wanted to put this here. And then I have like this little sticky thing that says make your dreams come true. So typically this will just stick into this little pocket, and then this would kind of sit on top of it. But then even within this pocket, there are some goodies, which is the fun thing about doing a junk journal, or junk envelope journal, or whatever you want to call it, is all the fun stuff that you can use for the pocket. So this is just the pocket that the envelope would have, you know, slid into. So I did a little decorating there just to kind of doll it up a little bit. But then if you guys remember the sticker on the front, or the stamp on the front, this is the same stamp. Just colored her in a bit. My lighting is horrible. I wish I could figure this thing out, but I cannot. But this is the same stamp, but I just kind of made it bigger, printed it bigger, colored it in. Yeah, this was just something fun. Again, put it on the backing, ran it through the laminating machine, and voila, it's just like a little, I can use this as a bookmark. I can use it for anything I really want. And then I created, speaking of a bookmark, created this little book, my own little booklet. I created it just from paper and just some other, you know, writing paper or whatever. and then put these little tassels on the end. And the cool thing about this is Humble Yourself Queen is on the front cover. I actually got this ephemeral from a friend of mine, fellow, I guess she's a, what is the word? I know she does journaling, and she sent me a book a few months ago, and in the book it was like a packet with some other stuff, and these little sayings were, it was like a packet of quotes. And so this was one of them, Humble Yourself Queen. And then I took those quotes and put one on each page. So this is like a book in and of itself, and I actually did the stitching to binding, to bind stitching, and then use the rest of that thread to just kind of make these little tassels at the end. But as I go and I read through, it's like Humble Yourself Queen, Secure Your Spirit, Don't Be Afraid, Only Believe. So just some really cool quotes and things to encourage me. When you learn the lesson will stop showing up. That's a good one. Never dim your light. Never dim your shine. Hand out sunglasses until they can adapt to your radiance. That's beautiful. Dear Queen, you cannot heal in the same environment where you got sick. So these are really just like notes to myself, reminders to myself. Protecting your energy is also not arguing with people who are committed to misunderstanding you. That's a great quote. You can't grow in a place that has no water. Remember, most of your stress comes from the way you respond, not the way life is. Adjust your attitude, and all that extra stress is gone. So this is just like a really cute, cool book in and of itself. And you can just kind of slip it in this little pocket. And that really is the idea, is that you create these little pockets and these little secret encouragements, if you will, that will just kind of help you, just at any day, at any given time of the day, I can kind of come in, open this up and just find some level of encouragement. The second page in there, if I can get this whole thing on here, is this section here. Just says, "Oh, darling." This is one of my favorite pictures of myself. This was from one of the holiday parties that Babe and I went to a few years ago. It said, "Black is my happy color." And then right here, there's just this other little picture that me is a Instagram picture of me with a little bunny rabbit filter and some really bright red lips. Just had a little backing here, and it says Thrive, but you can't really see it because the picture is actually covering that. But then also this little sign that says, "Oh, darling." And then this is one of my favorite posts, I think. I don't know when I did this, but this was one of my favorite posts. And I just kind of took a Pinterest quote and put it on the same page with this picture, which was one of my favorite pictures that I took, and just kind of use my, as with all of these, use my Sprocket to print out some of my favorite pictures and some of my favorite quotes, and then using just different little programs on my phone to put them in like a stacking or layout kind of program, and just did some fun stuff with it. So it just says, "Oh, darling, another really dope version of me is emerging," and then hello. I have to constantly say hello to myself. And what I love about this page here is actually it flips down this way. And let me see if I can get this moved up so that you can see. Yeah, this is a lot. See if I can get this moved up so that you can see this page. Let's see. Maybe I'll just turn it this way. Yeah, I'll just have to turn it this way. And it becomes so chunky that it's really tough to just even do anything with it. So I just have to be careful. Anyway, so that page flips down. This is what you have. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And this was one of the other pieces that my friend had in the package that she gave me. And it says, "Remember, it takes just one step on the road of where you want to go and achieve." And then also I have some washi tape here so that it can, flip back like this. And I love this page because it's like a lot of different ticket stubs. So it just kind of gives a little bit of I don't know, just a little bit of sense that you're going somewhere. So it kind of reminds me of this journey. I guess I could have done the same thing, but maybe like some mapping paper, but I like the ticket stubs as well. Then art is therapy. As you guys know, art is for sure my therapy. And so what I did in here, this little pocket, was just drop some of my original art as well as some art that I just enjoy. This one, Dr. Lexi's Lab. As you guys know, have the idea of working on a comic strip, and Dr. Lexi, short for Lexicon, is my character. And so I have the idea of this whole thing that develop around her. I just haven't done it yet. And then this was one of my favorite pieces that I did in 2020. This was a, what is her name? I can't even, Reardon, I can't think of her first name, but it was inspired by her drawing style. I can't remember her name, her first name. Last name is Reardon, though. Reardin, I believe. But she has a really funky art style, and I kind of mimic that art style. And then this is Dr. Lexi again, but this was the original concept that I just thought up and did, and that was, what she came up looking like. But then after a little more development, this is what I kind of ended up with. And there's probably, both pictures is an accurate representation of the character, but just did a couple of different things with her. And then this was a picture that I literally, as I was doing that page or doing this page, I literally wanted to just do a quick drawing. And so I tried to, just create a real life, real-time drawing. This was ink art, so I did this with an ink pen, which was a lot of fun. And so that art goes back in there. So let's flip us back around. So as you guys know, that was that. And then this is this. And, yeah, this isn't as easy as I thought, trying to keep it on this. Especially when I have pages that's doing a lot of different things. Like this page, I can't really lay it down like that because it's going to be too heavy. And I don't want to tear anything up. So I have to hold it while I'm doing this. But nonetheless, nonetheless, this is the next page. So as you know, this will go here, then you flip it down, you had your stuff on there, but this is what's behind it. Again, use some washi tape to hold this down. And this is just like a journaling page, so I can write some stuff. It's like never forget, and I can write something there if I want. Just haven't thought of anything that I wanted to write there yet, so I did not write. And I use these little pearl stones. What are they called? Prongs. To hold one of the other things that I have on the back of there. Or actually, no. I thought I had something on the back here. But I use this just to kind of decorate that page. So these are just some little stones to decorate that page. Then on the back of there, just a quote that I thought of yesterday, I think. It was like, the key to survival is compartmentalizing. And so, which is kind of appropriate because there are a lot of compartments here. This side I actually wanted to do like a side pocket, which I think came out really cool. And then in that side pocket is a lot of goodies. Let's see. Yeah, in that side pocket is a lot of goodies. Just have this really cool picture or paper here. And I can still, again, do a lot more with this if I want. But then on this side, I just have these really cool pictures of me, which are some of my favorites. Just some favorite shots. I think I took this just like on a selfie spree, if you will. But then I have like this really cool tag. Just has love on this side. Yeah, just a cool tag that has love on it. And then I have a self-love letter. And so there's a letter in here for myself. And it's love is patient, love is kind. And let's see. When I open it up, there is... Gosh, I'm trying not to tear this thing, guys. When I open it up, there is a letter. Voila. So I'm not going to read it because it is probably personal for me, but there's a letter, that I wrote for myself here. And then this is kind of love is patient, love is kind. So it's probably a letter to myself just to remind myself to be patient with myself. And of course, I just took a regular envelope, decorated up a little bit. And then all of this just goes back in this pocket. Oops. Back in this pocket like so. And yeah. So all that just goes back in the pocket like so. This flips back down like that. This flips back up like that. I can flip this over like this and slide it down to my next page, which is this chunky page here. So, in this chunky page, again, a lot more stuff. I actually have this little plastic I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is like a plastic pocket, which I really like. And I didn't know what to do, so I printed all these little different things out, and I wasn't sure what to do with some of them, but I knew I wanted to use everything that I created. And so I dropped some of these, which they're like stickers in the back. If I wanted to peel them off and stick them, I could, but I just kind of kept them on the sticker sheet for now. But just some pictures of myself, like some selfies that I enjoyed taking. This is one of my favorite pictures of myself as a kid. I wish it would have came out lighter. I probably could have done it in a black and white, which is what I was going to do, but I didn't do that. So I may go back and do it in the black and white because I think it will meet this aesthetic a little bit better. So that might be something I'll go back and do. But in any case, I just keep those in that pocket and just kind of come back and look at it and be encouraged and all that wonderful stuff. And then, of course, these pockets are pretty deep, so there's enough space for more stuff. So I can do more on this side of the pocket as well. But what I stuck on this is some more ephemeral from the package that my friend gave me. I don't know if you guys can see this. It just says, let me see. Been through some things. I did everything but fold. Be forgiving, be understanding, but do not be a fool. These are just some little quotes. And then I don't think I read this either. This is another little magnetized guys, can you see this? Sorry. This is another little magnetized clip. And it just says, in the beginning, God. And then again, like I said, more space in here if I want to put some more stuff in that pocket. And that goes down there. But then once you lift it up, there's more fun stuff here. Just like this little tag here. It says positive vibes only. You can flip that up. Go for it. Love more. There's nothing there. Just some little, other little washi tape stuff. Then I have my girl here who I created the same way I did the other ones. Just kind of colored her in, stamped her out, colored her in, ran it through the laminator, cut her out just as a cutout. Then another one of my fun pictures is Kissed by the Sun. And I have this in here, this whole Kissed by the Sun theme a couple of times in here. But this was another Snapchat picture that I took, and I did smaller pieces or smaller images and then cut them out. Like it was like on a 4 square, so I cut those out. And then this pocket here is a space where you can put a letter if I wanted to put a letter. I didn't put one here yet, but I can always go back and put one. That's why I say this book is kind of like a living thing, because you can always go back and do more with it. And then I have this little tag that kind of shares the same theme, and it says, live, laugh, love. You flip that up, live, laugh, love. And so you can see this paper here is like a wax paper, and it has kind of the same design here. And this was just taken from an envelope that I had some material left over. Cut that out. Live, love, laugh, live, laugh, love. Is that left a little string on there to give it a little bit of character. So I can close that and then slide us down a smidge. And our next page is this one here. This is a pretty chunky, fun page. This one, it just says, life is about creating yourself. Just again, a reminder, a memory of how amazing life is and how amazing I am in it. So this is another tag, and then you have this page here. But then in here, I have a lot of really fun stuff. So this is another pocket. I have a lot of fun stuff in here. I have this one picture, which I love. I love just some of the expressions that I have on this picture. And it says, she, me, her, love me some her. And then I have another little envelope, and it just has artists on there. And I have this stuck down like with a little, what is that stuff called? Like the little sticky tape stuff. If I can open it up and not destroy it too much. And then in there, I have some of my favorite art that I just really enjoy. Just some really cool art pieces that I enjoy. None of it is my art, but it's art that other people have done that I just really liked, and brings me joy in a certain way, in one way or another. So we slide that back in there, close that back up, and then also have this other piece of art. I could have totally put that in there too, but I just have it here for now. And then it's just with the clip, this clip that says hope. And so I will slide all of this back into my pocket. Voila. And then on this it has like my favorite. So again, I can write notes on there if I wanted to, but I just haven't. And I need to figure something else out because this washi tape is just too much. Just doing too much. Yeah. And then this one, This Life is About Creating Yourself. I think I read that already. And then on the other side of that is the cover of my next book. As soon as I finish writing it, is a book of short stories. And it is Every Day Somewhere. And it's a process, so just really enjoying the process of writing. So I'm not going to stress myself out too much about that. But then Kissed by the Sun, I think that was the theme that I had on one of the other ones where I told you guys that that this was kind of a theme that I had in there. So yeah, there it is again, Kissed by the Sun. And this is the back clip of the clip that has hope. And there's a little pocket here that I can put stuff in. Right now I just have this in there. It says, never dumb it down, make them come up and get it. I love that. And then just like this little piece here with these hearts on it. So that just sits in there by itself. Yeah, that just sits in that pocket. And then, yeah, again, some little washi tape at the footing just to kind of hold that together. And while I have that up, then I have this little page here, which is, or this envelope piece here. And this one, Every Love Story is Beautiful, but Ours is my favorite. And this is just a picture of me and Babe. I'm going to do more on this page. I just haven't done anything more yet. So that's that with that. So I can either put this picture, which is one of me and Babe's, one of my favorite pictures that me and Babe took at one of my holiday parties, and it was in black and white. I just thought it was so cute. And then at the bottom of it, I have like this little pendant that says XOXO, which, as you guys know, means love. And is it love and hugs or love and kisses? Hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. Yeah, XOXO, hugs and kisses. So I thought that was fun. I can even take this and put it in here if I needed to find somewhere to put it. I wanted to find somewhere to put it. I can just slide that there. Oops. A little bit. No, but I'll just stick it here. But then I showed you guys that picture, and I'll definitely do more with this page. Oh, and I forgot on the back of here, I forgot there was actually some writing. Love is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. And this is what I love about it. And I just have love and make some hearts and a couple little designs around it. But this is what I love about a junk journal, is that there are pockets of just surprises. And so that was one of the surprises that I forgot was there, a little note, a little note of love. And then, like I said, Every Love Story is Beautiful, but Ours is my favorite. And then there's a pocket here. I didn't put anything else in here, although there's plenty of space for me to put more stuff in that pocket. And I probably will. I'll probably do like a whole collage of pictures with me and Babe and just kind of do that there perhaps. But we shall see. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So that's that for that. And then the next page. Like, this thing is so chunky I can push this down, but I can't really close it. So this is the next page, and this is a fun page, but it's really simple as well. Just have this little piece here that says peace, and this is another one of my favorite pictures that I took. I love that Bob Marley is in the back. Have this little thing up here, know in your heart you are loved, and then just some pieces, just some decorative pieces and chipboard, and then I made like a little folder out of this little tag. It's like a plastic tag, and I just made this little folder for this little booklet that I made. And I think the booklet is really cool because I just didn't know what I had these little calendar pages, and I wanted to do something really simple. And I don't necessarily want to write on everything, but I could if I wanted to. But I just wanted to do this little booklet that says don't forget, and then as you open it each day of the week, like it starts with Monday. I don't know if you guys can see that. Actually, let me see. I think if I fold it up, then it'll be easier. Yeah, it just makes it a little easier to fold. Some of you guys can see it says Monday. Yeah, it says Monday. On the tag in there says Praise the Lord. Tuesday, be grateful. So these are like things on my calendar it's supposed to represent. Wednesday, walk by faith. Thursday, I gotta find something to put on Thursday. Friday is rejoice. Saturday, let's do this. Sunday, sing his praise. And then I have a note page that says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. So that's fun, right? And then that just sits right there. Just sits in that little pocket. Voila. Again, just something you can go to. And those are all the inside pages. So then we have to turn this bad puppy around. And I'll go with this page next. This page is kind of like me and Babe. And so it just says love. And then there's this picture of me and Babe, which again is one of my favorite pictures from one of our holiday parties. I love it because there's like this dimensions, and I was like, there's levels to it. So I'm like taking a selfie in a mirror. And he's in the bathroom. So his reflection is, not only is he here, but then his reflection is in the mirror in the bathroom. And then I'm taking a selfie. And then his other door on the side of the mirror that I was taking a selfie in captured my other image right here. So I just thought that was a beautiful picture because it just captured different layers and levels of us. And I just thought that was pretty cool. And so, of course, I just kind of want this black and gold love, these little buttons or medallions or whatever you want to call it, which are really fun and cool to put there. And I don't know why I always have such a hard time getting these things out. There we go. Because I have this thing here, which makes it a little heavier. But then on here, I have just another couple of pictures of me and Babe. These were pictures we actually took at the end of the year. So we took these on New Year's Eve from 2020 going into 2021. Took these pictures, and they're just beautiful pictures that I enjoyed. And it was just a wonderful night too, because we actually decided to do a just party at home. And so we had a 4-course meal. We cooked together, we laughed, we drank champagne, and we drank wine, and we danced, and we sang, and listened to music, and just had a really great time. Ended up bringing in the new year, toast to a new year together. So it was just really beautiful. It was a beautiful way to just end 2020. So these pictures are just reflections of that. Like, this is us dancing, which I think is such a beautiful picture. And then us just kind of talking and, as we were dancing and all. So just some really beautiful images. Here it just says grateful, and then love vibrates. Love vibrates, it does not bind. And that's a quote from Maya Angelou. And then in here it says, your love is enough, our love is enough, my love is enough. And then I have Quentin and Kwanzaa there. So just something really simple and fun. And then I have like this little clip that just kind of sits there to add an element of, pop, I guess. And then here is another envelope with some stuff to me. And I'm not really sure what's in here, but I think it's probably another note to myself. Oh yeah, it is another note to myself. So on this part, there's just a picture of me that I think is really cool. And it's always be kind. Just like a little bit of, decorative board, nothing too crazy. And then there's a note to myself. Yeah, this is kind of where I started. And it says, enjoy the little things. So, again, not going to read the note that I wrote to myself, but, well, I'm not going to read it out loud, but just some fun stuff here. And put that back in an envelope and put my little sticky back on there. Slide that back in here. Always got to make sure the button don't. Yeah, slide that back in there, that back in there. Voila. Boom, boom, bang. And then we'll just flip this bad puppy over. And not very much here. Yeah, this is a lot, guys. So we'll flip it back over. And this is one of the back pages. And it's like, be true to who you are. If you guys can read that, be true to who you are. And then it says she's got that lady boss, and it's supposed to be lady boss vibe, I think is what the thing says. It's like a washi tape, and you guys see it's just keep coming up. Then when I lift this up, it just says shine like the whole universe is yours. And yeah, I got to figure out my washi tape situation, because this is supposed to act as a flap to just open. But I think when you open it too much, the washi tape just doesn't really stick as much. And then I also have like a little bit of sticky here so that that can kind of stay closed. And I just love like this N symbol, because it just kind of shows that, you know, there's more, you know. And then this is another one of my little, what is that thing called? Snapchat photos with the filter. I think I just had hearts or something on there. Then I have this little thing here. It says love never fails. Then there's like a pocket here so I can actually write something there. I'll put up, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a, it says love never fails. There's like a pocket here. Then I can either open it and write something there, but I have like the sticky here, so I think I must have wanted to make it a pocket, so I probably would most likely put something in there. And maybe I need to put something in there just so I can remember that that is a pocket. And so maybe I will take this card from this one and put it in there, and it just says, beautiful girl, you can do hard things, which is one of my favorite quotes and a constant reminder. So I will put that there so I can know that that is a pocket. And then, so that page needs more work. Then I have this page here, and this is the last page, which is like on the back side of the journal. And so this last page, it just says, live in the moment. And then I have be fearless, full of grace. Then this little pocket here, a little envelope with this thing in here, believe in your future self. You are enough. And I think there's actually something on the other side of this one as well. Yeah, so it says, beautiful girl, you can do hard things and do what makes your soul smile. And so I can put this on either side. So I'll flip it over on this side since it matches that a little bit better. So those just some, you know, again, words of encouragement, something to encourage myself. And then what else? What else? What else? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Maybe I didn't. Oh yeah, so then it says his plan is greater than our plan every time. And I have like the stack of books, which you guys know as a writer, I just, you know, want to be reminded that I love to write. Then I have like this little pendant that says hello, another Snapchat photo of me, and it's just like a heart around my face. And then here is an image of a typewriter, and again it says hello again. And I think that is it. And so, because it's so chunky and stuff is everywhere, it's really tough. Oops. See? I'm dropping pictures. It's really tough. I feel like I lost another one. Where'd you go? I feel like I dropped another picture somewhere. Because, you know, stuff is everywhere. It's really tough to... I think it's really tough to figure out how to close it, because right now I can't. Then you have just all kind of stuff everywhere. And I feel like I just lost one of my pictures. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So then you just got those pictures in there. And so I don't really know, although I want this to be the front cover, I just don't really know how to close it. Really, because it's just too bulky and chunky. So even if I put that there, and it's just hard to close it. I will say that it's just hard to close it. Oops. So, and then you got to make sure everything is going in the direction that it's supposed to go into. So like I could try and close it this way, but it still is just too chunky. So I have to figure out the best way to close it, because right now I just can't. And see how thick and chunky that is. So it may be just, I don't know, it may be a matter of moving stuff around, or trying to put stuff in a different place. Like, I don't know, guys. I'll have to figure it out. But yeah, I don't know. Wish I did, but I don't. So for now, I just kind of sit it this way. But this is my junk journal that I wanted to finish for the month of December. I think they were called like December dailies, and I did not get to do anything in this every day. Mainly because well, one of the reasons is I just didn't want to force creativity. That's one thing. But then in addition to that, oh, I forgot about these. In addition to that, I ended up getting sick this month, and so I really didn't have time to do a lot of other stuff with it. See, look at this. This is just, yeah, I didn't have time to do a lot of other stuff with it. So that was a thing. But I found these other little clips, these little pieces that I have that says Grace and Trust. And I'll probably just drop that in here because why not? I'm going to put it somewhere where they don't get lost. I have to put it in my clear pocket because otherwise I would probably forget that they're there. And so, like I said, the ideal is when I'm feeling a little sad or blue and just trying to find something to do with myself, I can come and, grab this off my shelf and just kind of go through it and, read some of these encouraging words and be inspired and encouraged. And yeah, I think I'm going to take this and put this somewhere else too. And I'm going to do that as a black and white. Where was the one page? It was one of these pages where I said I needed to do more to, or I could do more to. So yeah, this is like, yeah, we'll just put that there. But yeah, it's really chunky, and it's really chunky. It has some really fun stuff in here. My big frustration is the washi tape and trying to make sure that situation is okay. But other than that, I mean, I think honestly, just looking at it, it is encouraging. And I will probably sit it like this, or so like this is a simple way to sit it where it's not doing anything crazy. And then even if I tried to close it like a sandwich, I still can't. So just leave it like this. I literally had a third section that I ended up taking, or another section that I ended up taking off. So there were like 6 panels, and right now I just have 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I did have 6 panels, but they were just, it was just too much. They were too bulky and too, they were just too all over the place, and I just really could not, yeah, I just really couldn't fit everything in there. So no matter how I slice it, it is always going to just be too bulky to really just kind of close. And so you just have to figure out what's the best way. And I think this is the best way for now until I figure something else out. So that is my junk journal. That is what I've been working on for to close out the 2020 year. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Maybe one day I'll show how I actually did this. I think I've done that before. I just don't remember just showing how I actually do the envelope journal. And if I had envelopes handy by, I would kind of go through a really quick demonstration. But it really is simply, you take, 2 envelopes, take yeah. I wish I had an envelope near me, and I'm looking around to see if I can even find an envelope real quick to just kind of go through it. And I just don't. I don't have any envelopes, so yeah. So although I do have like this envelope, but it's just one. Let's see if I think this was an invitation to something. I don't know what this is. Oop, never mind, because I just tore that up. Anyway, yeah. Anywho, maybe one day I'll show you guys how I actually put the envelopes together. But for now, thank you for letting me interrupt your day. Thank you for indulging me as I kind of go through my little junk journal. And hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully you can, maybe inspired or encouraged to do your own. And it doesn't have to have all this like chunky stuff in here that I put in here. These are just things that I wanted to include just to give it a little more depth. And it is, it's pretty hefty. So definitely something that will encourage me and inspire me as I, just get through the rest of the years, guys. So blessings to you guys. Love you. Happy New Year. Until next time, blessings.